what have we learned about life in general doing a podcast for 5 years?
Yeah.
Well,
I think that's a good thing to ask because, this is fun. It's entertainment and, it's prepping, but it has changed some things about life in general for me.
Yeah.
Obviously, the whole fact that life can be taken pretty easily.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Just simple things that it just kind of freaks me out of like this pandemic could have affected all of us or half my family and could have lost a bunch or, it
That's
just
so
makes
true.
you think of like, holy crap.
Because like, it's funny that you say that because when the pandemic was starting, and before we knew what it was and like I was freaked out, right?
I was too.
And a lot of people are like, well, I'm not worried about this. And I'm like, well, look, I've talked about this a lot. I've thought about this a lot.
Scariest scenario.
It could be bad.
Happening.
It could be bad. So, I don't know. That's just something over the years you understand the seriousness of some of these scenarios that some people may not.
Yeah. Yeah. I've also learned that everyone's actually an expert on every subject.
Especially on Facebook.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know so many people that did social media knew everything.
It's great though. I'm glad they're there giving us all the advice. The biggest thing for me, that this is going to sound so like cheesy motivational, but if there's like anything that you want to do, like if there's something you've been thinking about, freaking go do it. Yeah. Like seriously, like you just don't know what's going to happen. Never in 1,000 years would we have thought that we would continue to do this for 5 years. There would actually be a little bit of money involved somewhere.
Yeah.
There would be, big, huge changes, for me, especially in my career for it. Or there would be all of the people we've met, and because we decided we're going to get on the mic, we're going to hit record, and we're going to do it. Because most people just don't.
No.
You know what I mean? You just don't do it.
I still remember the day we first talked about doing a podcast. We were in Glenwood Springs, remember?
Yeah.
And me and you just went to the restaurant just kind of to drink.
to drink our
lemonade.
Raspberry lemonade.
But it's funny because I was thinking about, I'm like, man, I go to a job every day and I do this and that and it's good. But I'm like, I feel like I love hanging out and talking about stuff. And then, like some of these ideas and things that you just talk about are just fun. Everybody loves to just hang out with their friends and just, and just shoot the, shiz. And I was thinking of like, I've thought about it before because I used to do like these little videos with my friends when I was younger, just to have fun. And then it's funny, we went out and Kobe had mentioned, I'm like, what do you think about doing a podcast? And I'm like, man, that does sound freaking fun. And luckily, I mean, Kobe had experience with music and recording. And so it definitely gave us a little, but I think anybody could just go out there.
Yeah.
If you want to try it,
do it.
There's no reason you can't,
You're going to die.
Look at everybody right now. Everybody's pro gamer.
Exactly.
Recording and YouTube experts.
I know. It's like, you're going to die. Just do it.
Right.
Everybody's going to die. You might as well go try it.
You're going to offend people.
Yeah.
And they're going to talk smack on you and tell you you're an idiot. Just expect it. It's fine.
Yep. That's one thing that I put down. Like, don't take in, you'll listen to the naysayers, but don't just realize it doesn't matter. Like it just doesn't.
It affected me a lot more at first. It did. I was like really butthurt about some of the comments. I'm like, I don't even want to do this anymore. And that's exactly what they're wanting to do. And I'm telling you, they're freaking lowlifes that are just, they haven't succeeded at anything.
No.
So they just troll and they just try and destroy.
Yeah.
And so anyway.
I remember at the beginning, we'd get
great advice. Just do it.
Bad comment or a bad review. It would affect me for a week. Like I would think about it. It would I'd have like a pit in my stomach. Like, ugh.
Well, it's like you did put all this effort in and people are, trash it and it's going to happen.
Yeah. But now,
but I just
laugh at it.
I know you're not doing anything yourself. So
it doesn't matter.
Good job, keyboard commando.
Yeah, so just keep doing what you like, and there's going to be other people that like it. We would have never made it past 10 episodes if we listened to naysayers. Like, we would have been done, right?
Yep. And the fact that, like I said before, a lot more interested in survival and prepping than I ever thought. It's just like...
For sure.
You get talking about it, and they're like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Like... So anyway,
and another thing along those lines, like do what you want to do, but try new things too. For something for me this last year that has really it's blown my mind is I never thought in 1,000 years I'd like to do anything in the martial arts, ever.
Right.
Like I thought it, honestly, I kind of thought it was stupid. Like I really did. And now, if I didn't have jujitsu, I would be a dead person. Like I would die. Like I have to have it. So like try new things because like you just don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that wouldn't have come. Like the only reason I think I said yes to it, well, there's a couple reasons. One is because it was my brother-in-law. He's a good dude, and he's like, "Look, come try it." And my kids were doing it, yeah. But the other one was like, "This is probably good for prepping and for the podcast. You know, it's self-defense, it's fitness." I'm like, "Okay, I'll try it."
And a lot of things I've done that for that reason.
Exactly,
and then
right?
Being pretty in love with it.
So, try those things because they could pay huge dividends down the road.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Just try them.
I think it's kind of helped me with the understanding of like certain things that people do and enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Where, for example, like when we did the rookie, and I learned how to hunt, you know, big game and why we hunt, and and I just saw a different side of that. Like my mom's always been like, stupid hunters are killing all the animals. You know, it's not like my family was anti-hunter, you know, because we'd hunt small game and stuff like that. But yeah, my mom had that, don't kill the big animals, but it all is good. Like it's a skill that I seriously can't even express how like thankful I am to have learned how to do those things that I never ever would have done. Ever.
No, you wouldn't have, right?
There's just no way I would have done that.
And it doesn't even matter. It didn't even have to be hunting. It could be anything. But you went and did something, and you listened to somebody who does it. Like,
and that's
as a
big
passion.
thing is listening.
Yeah,
like
listen.
People don't listen.
It's true.
They hate to be told like something they don't know. My kids are in this right now. I'm just like, you need to learn. Like, that's the part of your life that is important right now.
Yeah, so it's kind of like an open-mindedness thing. Be open-minded.
I agree.
Do you know what I mean? And I've become in the last 5 years, like way more open-minded on a lot of different things.
Right.
On 1,000 different things. And a lot of it was because of the podcast. And, you know, all of you people out there and your comments, like, oh, okay, I can see that. I should be more open-minded to those things. But like Cam said, like with hunting, he'd never done it. He thought it was kind of stupid. He tried it. He's like, oh, this isn't stupid.
No, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, even if he doesn't ever do it again, he did it.
Right.
And he understands.
I have interest in doing it again. I really do.
Yeah.
Especially bow hunting. Like I feel like there's just I don't know. There's a connection to nature. It's just so I can't even explain. It sounds super cheesy.
Well, you'll go watch the film because you'll get it if you watch the film. I think
it's just a different. It's just a part of life, and it's like I don't know. You just appreciate it a lot more. So.
Yeah, totally agree. Yeah.